What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. I'm Michigan Sports Talk here, and in this one we're going to be talking about what Jim Harbaugh, Sherrone Moore, JJ McCarthy, and Blake Corum told the media as they prepare for the huge showdown against Ohio State this Saturday. Plus, we got some big injury updates on Roman Wilson, JJ McCarthy, Ladarius Henderson, and Myles Hitton. And we also got news whether or not the NCAA will interview players and coaches this week for their investigation onto Michigan. It's all going to be in this video and more, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright, so Jim Harbaugh spoke to the media today as his Wolverines prepare for the game, the big matchup against Ohio State. He first started by saying, "Great to see everybody, happy Monday, Ohio week, very exciting." And right away he got asked a question on his level of respect for Ryan Day and the Ohio State staff, and he didn't even mention him in his response. He completely dodged the question. He said it's all about our preparation for Ohio, the days, the minutes, the hours, everything leading up to this game. That's where our focus is. And he said anything else is irrelevant, and when you get into this kind of big game, he said preparing ourselves and planning, gotta practice and then execute. He also confirmed that he did watch the Michigan-Maryland game with his brother John Harbaugh at his house. He said great to watch it with him, and what I saw was a great and glorious win. Really happy with the team. Also talking about his Michigan team heading into Ohio State, he said it's a really battle-tested team, and empowering people, it's really that, empowering our coaches and empowering our players, and just an amazing job that they've done. He said I just think back over the last 5-6 weeks especially, it's been like a high-pitched siren, like a deafening, ear-piercing noise, and just after a while you start to tolerate it, and then before you know it, just block it out. And he said it's just, keeping the priorities right, keep the priorities straight, which is faith, family, and football. Also, on the Thanksgiving plans of the families and players, he said we'll practice Thanksgiving and then everyone will have the opportunity to enjoy the day with families. Michigan actually did get right back to work yesterday on Sunday, as I'm sure the players were chopping at the bit to prepare for the game against Ohio State. He also got his quirky responses in as he talked about the locker room of the team. He said it is one piece, and he said, "For me, a locker room is a lot like my mom's bathing suits. I like to see them in one piece." And I said, we've got that, and it's amazing. That made the reporters chuckle a little bit for sure. He also talked about Marvin Harrison Jr. He said, reminds me a lot of his dad, great player. You got to be covering him. Slow him down is probably the better word. And I said the faster, the more pressure they can put on the quarterback, the better the coverage is going to be. Same with the coverage, the better the coverage is going to be. Then that allows the pass rush to get home. But he said like any game, anytime you play a team, that team defense is going to be critical. It all works together. Sherrone Moore also spoke with the media today as he will yet again be the interim head coach and acting head coach as Jim Harbaugh serves his last game of his suspension. And I actually gave us some injury updates for Michigan. He said that Roman Wilson, he should be good to go. And also Myles Hitton and Ladarius Henderson should be good to go as well. He said we'll see further, we'll check with the doctors as we go as far as all three, but he did say that they should be all good to go. Obviously Roman Wilson got hit in the head in the game against Maryland. Now it was reported that they did sit him out the rest of the game just for precaution. Ladarius Henderson was also out for the game against Maryland, but he should be back for the game against Ohio State. And Myles Hitton also got injured during the Maryland game, but Sherrone Moore says that all three should be good to go, which is huge. Michael Barrett, he'll be good to go as well. And talking about JJ McCarthy, he said that he's feeling good. He said I actually talked to him yesterday and he felt the best he's felt. He's just excited to get to work. Sherrone Moore, he said he trusts us and has prepared us for these moments. Talking about how Harbaugh prepares his assistant coaches for these challenges, and I said it'll probably be more so me coming to him for advice on coaching the game this weekend. But he said I think our team, it's all about the players, how they prepare this week, how they mentally attack it. I'm looking forward to it. Sherrone Moore also said on, letting McCarthy play, he said just let him be him, let him be him. When you've got a really good player, you can't put a handcuff on him. JJ McCarthy also spoke with the media and he said that he's doing really good. Last week was rough, but treatment has been great. and he's ready to go. He actually did say that growing up in the Midwest and being around Big Ten football, he said, I grew up first being an Ohio State fan. I won't lie, I did, but he said God had different plans for me and showed me the way, and I'm very blessed and appreciative to be here. That's for damn sure. McCarthy, on his performance the last couple weeks, he said getting more into a rhythm. I feel like that's going to be great with the touchdowns and all that. I feel like I've just been saving them up. We're scoring, we're winning, and that's all I care about. JJ also talked about the experience starting in the game last year. He said, I think experience is one of the greatest edges you can have as a player. Going into last year, that first drive, all those emotions that were creeping in, it was something I've never felt before. So he said, yeah, I'd say it does a lot for me, that's for sure. Also talked about quarterback Kyle McCord. He said Kyle is my guy ever since growing up and going all these satellite cams and all these rivals 24/7 and all that. We were always there together and we just kind of meshed. He said two alike personalities, and it's going to be really cool. It's going to be really surreal to see him out there in this environment. And he also talked about the 2021 OSU game as Michigan beat them at home and started this winning streak against them. He said it was cinema. It really was just a movie with the snow falling, with the crowd. I felt like the crowd, it was really one heartbeat that was meshed with the team. Everything about it was just magical, and I don't expect anything less this weekend. Blake Corum also said that it's been tough for the players to not have Jim Harbaugh on the sidelines for game days. He said he's formed a culture here. He's a player's coach. A lot of us would run through a wall for him. Corum also said, thinking about Ohio State all year, he said, I know we talk about the next game and preparing for all teams, but we've definitely glanced off at that last game on the schedule. We're definitely locked in now. And actually, speaking of Blake Corum, Corum obviously did his giving back for Thanksgiving as he does every year, as he was in Ypsilanti, Michigan, handing out turkey dinners for a third straight year, using his NIL money, passing out turkeys and milk to people as he was going door to door delivering turkeys he purchased along with a couple gallons of milk. Very cool there, and he's done it, for 3 straight years now, as using his NIL money to good use and giving back in his community. Very cool there. And I also did want to talk about the NCAA investigation, as Michigan, their whole focus is on Ohio State this week. However, the NCAA has interviewed several coaches and players over the last few weeks. However, according to Chris Bayless of On3 and the Wolverine, the NCAA won't be conducting them this week, and that will allow the players to focus on pre-Thanksgiving break classwork, the holidays with their families, and of course the matchup with the Buckeyes. Now, some people have been talking about more coming involving other Michigan coaches on social media and other mainstream media, but Michigan, they have been informed of no more coaches that have been implicated, and nothing is expected on that front in the near future. Now, the NCAA might continue the investigation after the Big Ten championship game, but nothing is expected before that. Obviously, Coach Chris Partridge got fired for covering up analyst Connor Stalions' actions. He wasn't actually directly linked to an involvement in Connor Stalions' scheme, but this Michigan team, coaches, players, their whole focus is on Ohio State, and rightfully so. And obviously, it's nice to hear the NCAA won't be interviewing players or coaches this week, because it's obviously wouldn't be fair, especially to the student athletes, to have to deal with that while also focusing on classwork, Thanksgiving break, and also obviously the huge showdown against Ohio State. That should be their whole focus this week. But other than that, that is going to wrap up today's video. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure you guys go ahead, drop a like, comment down below, and subscribe for more if you are new around here. I greatly appreciate it. But other than that, we will see you guys in the next video. Go Blue.